Okay, so I have already ran my actions for my individual photos. So I have 3 horizontal photos, 1, 2, 3. I've already ran my separate them action and my new document action. Now, that action for some reason was wrong, so you need to go into your image and canvas size and just click on 8 instead of 9. Okay, then you also need to go into your window and you need to go down, or excuse me, view, show, and grid. If you do not have an inch by inch grid that looks like this, you need to go into your preferences, units, or guides, grid, and slices, and make sure the bottom says 1 by 1. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my first image, which is going to be this one because that's going to be my background. So when I look at it straight on, this is going to be the image that pops up. And I'm going to do the place in all. So I'm going to press that, and now I have that. So I have this whole image right here. And I want to make sure to open up my layers. So that's in my group. And I am going to leave the first one here, and I'm going to click on layers 9 through 1, and I'm simply going to pull them over. Now it is super important that auto select layer is not checked. I repeat, not checked. Okay, then I'm going to do 8 through 1, move that over, leaving 2 spaces, 7, and there I have the first one done. So make sure there's 2 spaces for the first one. Then I'm going to run my action again. I'm going to go into my one I want on the left, which will be Harper. Place in all. Go here. Now, here's the trick. My group accidentally got placed in there because that's what layer I was on. So you want to pull that out of that group. It's still not out. If you click on your background layer, it will, before you run that action, it will actually help. So now I'm going to click on all of them. Notice I have to move my layers around quite a bit because they're in my way all the time. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to move it over down to 11. So forth and so on. I'm going to go into my last image, which was Hadley. If I go into all, make sure I click on that background layer. And now I can do all of them. Okay, I'm going to close that. So I have this, but if I zoom in, I will notice that there are some white showing. So now I am going to make sure that auto select layer is on and make sure it says layer and not group. And now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to nudge it over. Click on this one, which is actually fine. It's actually this one that needs to be nudged over. Okay, make sure the top looks all right. Now, I just use the keyboards, the arrow tools on the keyboard, because that nudges just a little bit. And now I'm going to zoom out. Can flatten and save my image and turn it into Schoology so I can print it out and then start folding it and gluing it together. So you have put 3 images into one.